Hello everyone, this is Review Dude 666, and today I'll be doing a series review, and it's on the Hostel series. So let's get started. First I'm gonna start with the first Hostel. I have two versions of it. If you want to buy this film, definitely buy this version. You can buy this version if you see it anywhere for cheap. I bought it for $2. This version, I got this version for $5. So I'll just hold this one. But Hostel, this is just it's a slow burn horror film. Eli Roth calls it a slow burn horror film. I definitely agree, but it's really awesome. Um, Originally Eli Roth was gonna make it a documentary because he went on this website and he like into a Thai website from Thailand, and then he found this like it was a torture vacation where you could pay to torture people. Um, but yeah, this movie is mainly about three guys that are going around Europe on a vacation, backpacking around Europe, and then they meet up with this guy, and he acts really weird. Like he touches one of their friends on the leg, and then all that stuff, and they meet up with him once again in the movie, and then you know stuff starts going on because one of their friends, his name's Ollie. I think he's the production designer in this film, or I think he produced it. I forgot. But he's in this movie. He gets kidnapped and killed, and then he sent them a text message that said, "I'm going home. I go home," and then they just went on with their vacation, and then his other friend named I forgot his name. I think it was like, oh man, but I know he's played by Derek Richardson. You might know him from Dumb and Dumber Part Two, the prequel where Lloyd meets man, I forgot his name, but whatever. Um, but this movie, I definitely recommend it. But I'm not really done reviewing this part yet. But gets kidnapped, and then he has to go find him, and then you know, it's really there's a lot of twists in this film. Like they meet these girls and like that they really like, and then it turns out they're part of like the torture group, the elite hunting group, and then this guy that sent them to the town because he said they can get lots of girls and lots of drugs and stuff. He's a part of it, and yeah, it's really violent, like and like what these guys have to go through is really brutal. And the one scene, the eyeball scene, that's all I have to say. That was disgusting. Um, but yeah, if you want to buy this film, definitely buy this version of it. To this, um, and there's an alternate ending in this film, but it's not in this disc, like not in this version of it, where the torturer, his character, his daughter gets kidnapped by um, Paxton, who's played by Jay Hernandez. He kidnaps his daughter, and then he like tortures her and stuff. That was a really fucked up ending. Um, but they changed the ending to him killing the torturer in the bathroom. But yeah, I think they put some extra gore footage in this. I don't really know. And then next is part two. Not near as good as the original, but has girls in it this time instead of guys. But this film mostly pays attention to the torturers. But yeah, it's mainly the same story except with different characters leading them into the traps. But yeah, the gore was better. Well, it's a lot more violent than the first one. Not as disturbing because the first one's a lot more realistic than this one. This one's not really as gritty, but it's a lot more dark. Well, not dark. There's some comedic aspect in the film, but I don't know. This film was alright. I don't really know what to say, but I don't know if I think it's alright or it's good. But there's this one scene where a girl gets hung upside down, and she starts getting slit by a sickle by a naked girl. That scene is really weird because why the hell would somebody do that? But these films make these films make somebody not want to go on vacations. But yeah, if you like the first one, definitely check this one out. I've got an rated version. That's pretty much the only version I could find. But yeah, Eli Roth. He he's an awesome director. He's my personal idol. Um, he's a sick man. And but yeah, really awesome film. Not compared to this. This is just pure genius. This film. Yeah, one of the greatest horror films ever. Probably one of my favorite films ever. And now on to part 3. I don't even want to talk about this fucking piece of shit. This is one of the shittiest films I've ever seen in my fucking life. This has nothing to do with the other two films. It started out alright. You know, like, you thought it was gonna be a change, like, where the Americans kidnapped the tourists and then killed them, but no. This movie's all over the fucking place. Shitty acting. Fucking, the director helped write one, like, an awesome film. You might know Evil Dead 2 helped write that movie with Sam Raimi. And then he goes and does this. This movie could have been a whole lot fucking better. And it's set in Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas. And it's not even violent at all. The first time I watched it, I rented it. I thought it was alright. Then the second time I watched it, like, I bought it at Walmart. Like, I was thinking of buying this movie for 20 bucks. Can you believe that? But anyways, the first time I watched it, I rented it, and then thought it was alright. And I wanted to buy it for a while, but then I couldn't find the perfect price. And I went to Walmart. I found it for $9.83 there, $9.83. I'm like, I thought that was the perfect price, so I went back to my house. I watched it, and I didn't like. There was just something about it that I didn't really like. I went back and watched the first two, and I noticed that this movie was just a fucking piece of shit. And I watched it again, and I just fucking hated it. But there is one scene that I liked, where this dead guy gets his head chopped in half when these two guys were fighting at the end. This one dead dude gets his head chopped in half, which I thought was alright. Um, and there's some CG effects in it which I fucking hated. In these films there were no CG effects, but in this one there was. And the torture wasn't realistic, like in the first two. Like, a girl gets cockroaches down her throat, like, what the fuck? That made no fucking sense at all, in my opinion. Um, I'm not gonna sell it, because I just want to keep the whole series, and this was just a disgrace to the fucking Hostel series, and Eli Roth was not involved with it. If Eli Roth was involved with it, I'd like it, like, a little more, because Eli Roth was involved with it. But his name was mentioned in it. It said character based on the characters created by Eli Roth, which that's pretty much the only time he's mentioned in the film. And none of the other characters were mentioned in the film or anything. But yeah, this is the unrated version. There was no violent scenes. And the most violent scene is when a guy gets his face cut off, and that was even gross. But yeah, don't watch this film. Avoid this fucking piece of shit. But yeah, and look at the disc. This shirt is so fucking clean. Look at that shit. Awful cut through too. And then you see this disc art, which is pretty awesome. And then you see actually like this one kind of a whole bunch of torture tools, weapons of torture. And then this disc art, and then this disc art. That's one of my favorite disc art. The torture chair for some reason. But yeah, the rating time. I rate the first one a 9 out of 10. Because this was a lot better than Saw, in my opinion. And everyone says this is a like, people are trying, like, Eli Roth tried to copy Saw. And this movie's boring, makes no sense. But if you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense. It's more realistic than Saw, of course. The Saw isn't. It's an alright film. The first Saw was really good. Second one was alright, and the rest of the films weren't that great. But whatever. But yeah, I definitely recommend this film. Hostel 2 um, is still pretty good. I give this one a 7 out of 10. Um, recommend it for people who like the first one, like I said. But yeah, and this piece of fucking shit. I give it a 3 out of fucking 10 because it is a horrible movie. And um, what else can I say about it? Nothing. Nothing. I can't say nothing else about this film. There are no words to describe how much I hate this film because this is one of my favorite films, and this is one of my fucking least favorite films ever. Like, what the hell is that? But whatever. This film can just ruin the series. I don't really consider the third one a part of this series. But whatever. Bye.